He was at the golf tournament.
Yeah.
Are we ready to go?
Yes, we are.
All right, welcome. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to of the United States of
Thank you for joining us today. Our first order of business will be to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, nay? Motion passes. Next, we will approve the consent agenda items. Items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a commissioner or citizen so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and placed on the regular agenda. All consent agenda items are commission action items unless otherwise noted. Anything that needs to be moved?
Madam President, I move approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, nay? Motion passes. Okay, on the regular agenda, we have a check presentation to the Children's Home Society of Idaho and Boise State Golf for the 2019 Charity Golf Tournament. And we're gonna have the team that put on the golf tournament make the presentation, and we'll just kind of come down and shake some hands. So,
Mr. Price? Mr. Cooper, Mr. Price?
would you like to say a few words, Mr. Price?
Mr. Price.
Mr. Price, to all of you. Steve Price, ACHD General Counsel and co-chair of the ACHD Golf Committee. First off, I'd like to say that we've been doing this for 17 years. 18, excuse me. I lost track.
Maybe we should have had someone else do the presentation.
Well, so anyway, and not to time travel and most certainly not doing it accurately, but through that time, the employees of the Highway District, we put on a golf charity every year. We've been very successful. We're getting very close in total to $2 million to local charities. We're very proud of that, and we believe next year we're gonna hit that mark. But anyway, it takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication from the golf team. Stacy is most certainly an invaluable part of that. She does a lot of the work, and Dean and all the members. It was a huge success this year. For those of you who made it out there, it continues to be something where people call us several months in advance and want to know when it's going to happen and who the charity is. And so that lets us know that what we're doing is most certainly a huge contribution to our community. We feel very honored to be able to do that. As public servants, it's most certainly to serve the public in our day-to-day lives, but we also believe that an important part of our mission is to give back to the community in a big way. This thing has grown where the first year we thought 5,000 was just going to be, in total was going to be something, and now we're in the mark between 150,000 and 200,000. This year we raised $165,000 for our beneficiary, which is the Children's Home of Idaho. This is the second time that we've had the Children's Home of Idaho. We believe that it provides an invaluable service to members of our community who are less fortunate. And so we've been very excited. We work well with them, and it was a huge success. But I'd like to thank the golf team. You guys, especially this year, with some of my personal circumstances, I wasn't able to do a lot of it, and they stepped up the plate, and it just shows you what a great team we have. where they performed just an amazing event. So, and also, I'd like to recognize Coach Potter for Boise State, who every year we get the Boise State golf team, both the men and women's golf team, to participate. We have a 5th player auction from members of their golf team. This year we raised over $16,000 from just the player auction. And as in the past, we give half of that money to the golf team to help their programs. And so we'll be presenting a check to them as well. So anyway,
Shall we come down?
yeah, let's have the commissioners come down from the dais. And we have members from our charity, and a lot of board members showed up today as well. We're very excited about this moment.
Why don't you introduce the board members?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have them get up, and Scott, you want to?
Sure. I'm Scott Shaner. I've been on the board of the Children's Home for about 17 years now. I think I'm the longest serving board member. And just real quick, for those of you who don't know, a lot of people still think of the Children's Home as an orphanage out on Warm Springs. Obviously, we haven't had orphanages in the United States since, I think it was 64. And it's really a counseling center for children and families, regardless of ability to pay. So fundraising is a big deal for us. And I just want to mention, this is a big deal. I mean, $165,000 makes a big difference to an organization our size. So thank you very much. Want to, the rest of the board at least want to introduce you?
Good afternoon, Kyle Galloway, a board member. Very thankful for the opportunity to be here. As Scott said, this is an amount that is going to change lives, I think. So we're definitely appreciative, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys next year as well.
Also a board member, Maria Mills, and we are very grateful. We have a surprise here. Haley is here, and she'd like to present something to all of you on behalf of the Children's Home and the contributions that we're able to get today.
But again, on get that picture. Yeah. Well, don't, you can't go. We got another check to present.
Oh, we do? Oh, okay.
This one's a little small. Yeah. So on behalf of the golf committee, we'd like to present to the Boise State Golf a check for $8,150 for your continued support and helping us raise money for local charity.
I'd just like to say a quick thank you. obviously humbling to be involved in, on the beneficiary side of this as well. Hopefully our players and their involvement adds something to the event every year. They look forward to it, certainly. And although we're certainly not under the category of the less fortunate, our guys have an incredible opportunity to do what they do. I'm sure none of you own football season tickets to the Boise State golf team. So private fundraising does mean the world to our program and to myself. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So just a closing comment. We wouldn't be able to do this golf charity without the support of the commission and most certainly the director who every year he's as much involved. He's out there putting things in the golf carts and scorecards, and he's very much involved. I'd like to, on behalf of the golf committee and the entire team, I'd really like to thank you for your support as well as the director. We couldn't do it. So a lot of credit to you, so thank you.
That was fun. And I would like to note for the record that there are no tax dollars that are used in connection with the golf course. This is a tremendous effort by our employees, a volunteer effort to put this on, and we're really proud of their service to our community. So thank you to the team for putting this together. All right. Next item on our agenda is the fourth quarter impact fee loan balance. And we'll have a presentation by staff.
Madam President, Commissioners, for the record, Christine Tandler, Budget Coordinator. I'm here to present the fourth quarter balance of the impact fee program loan balance from the general fund for FY19. The loan balance decreased almost $10 million in FY19. As you can see, we started the year at 16.6 and ended the year at 6.9. Some of the main impact fee projects was the completion of State and VMP, the Cole and Franklin intersection, as well as the roadway. Right-of-way purchases for Cole and Victory. Also, that project is going out to construction in FY20. The extraordinary impact fee balance is at nearly $1.5 million at the end of fourth quarter. We've seen significant increase in revenues in the West Foothills extraordinary impact fee area. Just a confirmation that in accordance with the ordinance and resolution 2270, a general fund loan of $6.9 million to the impact fee program. Stand for questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions, comments? No? Okay, this is not, this doesn't require any action on our part. So that takes us to public communications. Is there anyone who would like to address the commission today? Seeing no volunteers, meeting adjourned.